cops were really just security guards, but I didn't bother to correct her. I also didn't mention that my dad was a detective with the Metropolitan Police Department. Hopefully that wouldn't mean Zoe was allergic to me, too. "I got this," she said. Then she started rapping, right there on the spot. "DC hanging back to nowhere but gonna find out. Once she hits the stage, gonna rage and blow your mind out. Watch me slip the line right on time, here I go, yo. Quick as there and back, coming at you like a yo-yo." That was awesome, Mateo said, which he totally was. Zoe had a reputation at school for writing some dope poetry, and she could obviously freestyle too. I guess it was in her blood, considering what her mom did for a living. Kind of like the way I'm always thinking about police procedure and crime scene investigation. What can I say? I'm a cop's kid. "Don't leave before I get back," Zoe said, and pointed right at me in a way that made my stomach jump. A second later, she'd slipped that fence like it wasn't even there, cut up between two of those big semi-trucks, and disappeared. I just stood there, watching the spot where she'd been, thinking about that sweet and salty smile of hers, and those gold box braids mixed in with the black ones, and the pink kick she always wore. Let's just say Zoe Knight wasn't the type of girl you could easily miss in a crowd. "I think someone likes you," Ruby said as soon as Zoe was gone. "And I think their name starts with a Z." "You think?" Cedric said, and he and Mateo fell on me, knocking me around and giving me a hard time. Not that I minded. Those two are my boys. "She's super nice," Gabe said. "And really pretty, too." Gabe's a little different, but I like how chill he can be, even if he is a typical gamer/space cadet/computer genius. "I just hope Zoe gets back soon," I told him, because I knew the 9 o'clock was ticking. And then, sure enough, we'd barely been waiting 2 minutes before the next text from my great-grandma dinged into my phone. "If you're at Cedric's house, why doesn't his mother know where he is?" "Aw, man," Cedric said, reading over my shoulder. "That's what you call bad timing." And I wasn't playing either. A second after that, my phone started ringing, with her name on the caller ID. I could practically feel the heat coming off the screen just looking at it. Mateo put his arms out, zombie style, and stumbled a few steps. "Nana, calls, must obey." He wasn't wrong, but I also knew that if I had to leave before Zoe got back, I could kiss my chances with her goodbye, which was probably the only thing I'd be kissing anytime soon. "You going to answer that?" Gabe asked. "Yeah," I said. I was just putting it off for as long as possible. But then, everything changed. I was just about to pick up Nana's call when a loud bang came from somewhere in that backstage parking lot. It wasn't the kind of soft pop you hear sometimes, more like a hammer coming down on a piece of metal, which meant it was close by. Maybe 400 feet, if I was guessing. And in any case, I knew exactly what I had just heard. It was the sound of a single gunshot. Chapter 2. When my head snapped in the direction of that sound, I was staring almost exactly the way Zoe had gone a few minutes ago. But there was nothing to see, really. With all those trucks in the way, it was impossible to know what was going on. All we could know for sure was that Zoe was still back there. Somewhere. I felt like I'd just been wired with a 1,000-volt current. I couldn't move, and my friends' faces looked like they were just as scared as I was. Not for ourselves, but because I think we were all wondering the same thing. "What about Zoe?" Ruby asked. People on our side of the fence weren't doing much, but everyone from the backstage area was coming our way. A couple of truckers knocked down a big piece of the barrier and kept moving, past us toward the river. "Let's just make sure she comes back," Gabe said. "She might be with her mom," Mateo said. "And she might not," Ruby said, already working her phone. "She's not picking up either." We all stood there like statues, trying to make a decision about what direction to move in. But then, Cedric decided for us. "Come on," he said. He stepped over the place where the barrier was down. "We have to make sure she's okay. Watch your step." There hadn't been any more gunshots anyway, just the one. The only banging now was inside my chest. My heart was going so fast it hurt. Still, there was no way we'd be splitting up. If I were Zoe in that situation, I want to know that my friend...